General Hospital Recap Tuesday, September 2nd. Sunny's grim news, Portia's heart-to-heart, Drew is shot. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel General Hospital. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. General Hospital Recaps for Tuesday, September 2nd reveal Sunny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, had grim news, Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, had a heart-to-heart, and Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, was shot. Also, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, gave a warning, Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, gave thanks, and Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, and Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, began their investigations. Sunny's grim news, investigation begins. Sunny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, arrived at the docks after being called by Rocco Falconeri, Finn Carr, and Danny Morgan, Asher Antonizin. Rocco told him that he and Danny had discovered a body. Make sure to check out our weekly GH spoilers here. Sunny suggested they contact the PCPD, and shortly after, Anna and Dante arrived at the location. Dante was not happy that Rocco had reached out to Sunny instead of him. Anna questioned the teens, who claimed they hadn't noticed anything unusual apart from the body, and subsequently let them go. Once the body was pulled from the water, Anna noted that the marks on her neck indicated she had been strangled, which meant they were dealing with a murder case. Dante recognized the woman as the judge from Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, custody trial. Sunny heard this and looked shocked. Anna was suspicious. Sunny implicated Sidwell. A suspicious Anna pointed out to Sunny how small the world was, that he was the first to arrive. Sunny, insisting he was only there because Rocco had called. She might have more questions for him or the boys, and Sunny replied that he would definitely bring his lawyer. Once alone with Dante, Sunny said the first he learned about Judge Eva Heron's, Tessa Auberginoy, situation was from the boys, and he would never get them involved in anything illegal. Dante trusted his dad, who noted, "I find it quite intriguing that they discover the body on this pier, right across from Spoon Island, where Jens Sidwell, Carlo Rota, resides." Curtis caught up with Alexis. Curtis visited Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Gron, to express his gratitude for helping Stella Henry, Vernie Watson, get released on bail. Alexis warned that while the investigators were looking into Stella's actions regarding Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, they might also discover other instances where Stella had altered her clients' records. If that happens, Stella could face a trial. As they talked about Drew's numerous wrongdoings, Alexis informed Curtis that Drew had served her with a restraining order. "I can't get within 500 feet of my own granddaughter," she said sadly, explaining that Drew was attempting to cut Scout Kane, Cosette Abernathy, off from anyone who could speak poorly of him. Curtis and Alexis agreed that they would do whatever it takes to safeguard their families from Drew. "Drew has crossed a red line," Curtis said angrily. Alexis said he's crossed every line. Trina and Kai continued talking about Drew in his office. While they were talking in Drew's office, Trina Robinson, Tabunana Ali, felt uncertain about trusting Kai Taylor, Jens Ostenestrup, with her secret, but he persuaded her to take a chance. Kai was taken aback when Trina revealed that Drew was blackmailing Portia, and the reasons behind it. He kept blaming himself for not recognizing Drew's true nature. Trina informed Kai that Drew possessed a physical copy of the altered test results from Portia, and if those were gone, Drew would lose his power over her mother. He had an idea of where Drew might stash the damaging documents. Together, he and Trina crept into Drew's house, and Kai began attempting to open Drew's safe. Portia has a heart-to-heart with Nina at the Brown Dog Bar. Portia met Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose, at the Brown Dog Bar and expressed her regret for not doing more to prevent Drew from causing chaos in their lives. Nina felt remorse for staying silent about her affair with Drew, but Portia recognized Nina's wish to shield her daughter and accepted her own part in being vulnerable to Drew's manipulation. Portia became emotional as she mourned that Trina would never see her the same way again. Nina reassured her that Trina loved and respected Portia, but Portia was uncertain and voiced her disdain for Drew, who had placed immense strain on her and Curtis. Nina urged Portia not to lose hope in her marriage, but Portia sadly shared that things had escalated that afternoon, leading Curtis to leave her. "Our marriage is over," she stated. Portia and Nina continue to talk. Nina is sorry. Nina felt regret upon hearing the news. Portia reassured her, saying, "It was painful, but it also felt freeing." She elaborated that now she could stop fearing the loss or disappointment of Curtis, since it has all occurred. She assured Nina that she had shared the complete truth with Trina about the dirt Drew had on her. The discussion shifted back to Drew and the harm he had caused to them and their loved ones, concurring that they must prevent it from happening again. Nina remarked, "As long as Drew is alive, my daughter will never be free, none of us will," Portia responded. Then they arrived at Carly's office and heard her threaten Drew's life. Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, arrived at Carly's office just in time to hear Carly threatening to kill Drew. Drew turned to Liz and said that Carly was upset because he and Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, were back together. "What?" Carly exclaimed, surprised by the news. Drew provoked Carly, stating since he reunited with Willow, it was only a matter of time before he and Willow gained custody of Willow's children and Carly couldn't do anything about it. With that, he walked away, leaving Carly blindsided and angry. Carly was furious when Liz confirmed that Willow had gotten back together with Drew. Elizabeth stood up for Willow, to Carly's dismay. "What is wrong with her?" shouted Carly. Liz mentioned that Carly and Michael had pressured Willow to reunite with Drew because she was eager to see her children. She noted that Carly had previously been apart from her own kids and would have done anything to be with them again. This made Carly think, wondering if Willow had also made a similar bargain with Drew. Liz explained that even though Willow didn't love Drew anymore, he had convinced her that he was the only way to have her kids back in her life. "Show her she's wrong, Carly," Liz encouraged. Carly remained convinced that Willow wasn't emotionally stable enough to be around the kids if Drew was involved. Chase checks in on Willow at the hospital. Drew interrupts. At GH, Chase informed Willow about the casual talk he had with Judge Heron regarding her situation. Willow appreciated it, but mentioned she had another plan to regain custody of her children. Her decision to reconcile with Drew, Chase attempted to convince her otherwise, arguing that she could reclaim her kids without needing Drew. Hearing this, Drew, who had just arrived, retorted, "That's not your concern, Detective Chase." Chase stood firm, clarifying that he was only reminding Willow of her rights, as the mother of Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, Viren Weaver, Serenity, and Sequoia Morkmako. He continued, saying that she needed to demonstrate in court that she was mentally capable of being their parent. Drew and Chase continue bickering. "How Willow and I retrieve her children is our decision," Drew remarked, insinuating whether Brooklyn Quartermain Chase, Amanda Setton, would be pleased to learn about Chase's interest in Willow's private matters. Chase responded that Brooklyn would be glad to know he was trying to prevent a sleaze like you from exploiting Willow. He accused Drew of manipulating Willow and expressed his hope that Willow recognized it as well. Drew encouraged Willow to tell Chase she didn't believe that, and Willow complied by stating she understood he only wanted to assist her in getting her kids back. When Chase stepped away to take a call from Dante, Drew seized the moment to advise Willow that maintaining her friendship with Chase might not be wise. Willow reassured Drew, then Chase informed her about the judge's death after Drew left. She reassured him that he shouldn't be concerned about Chase. "I have complete faith in you, and that's what truly matters." He departed after she promised she would call him after work. Chase went back to the nurse's station and interrupted Willow as she tried to apologize for Drew's actions, to tell her that Judge Heron had been killed. Willow hurried away, Distressed that any progress Chase had made with the judge on her behalf was now pointless. Her leave, then requested assistance at GH, mentioning he had possible evidence related to a murder case. When Anna showed up, he informed her that he had a strong suspicion about who the suspect might be. Christina and Michael get bad news from Sonny. Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, visited Michael at his office in Aurora, where he informed her about the $1 million payment that Judge Heron received the night before ruling during the custody trial. Michael thought their dad wasn't to blame, but acknowledged that people might assume either he or Sonny bribed the judge. He mentioned that if he and Willow were called back to family court, that could be a real problem. He resolved to get answers directly from Heron and discover who would benefit from him being awarded full custody. Then, Michael received a call from Sonny with news about Judge Heron, specifically, that she had died. He updated Christina, who was just as stunned. Christina and Michael continued discussing his children's custody. Michael worried that Heron's death could allow Drew to request an emergency custody hearing for Willow. Christina dismissed the idea, saying Willow was too clever to trust Drew again after his previous manipulation. Michael's phone rang once more. It was Carly, informing him that Willow had relented and returned to Drew. A furious Michael assured Carly that he wouldn't yield to Drew's requests. He doesn't realize how fast things could turn for him, Michael said darkly. Christina was shocked when Michael revealed that, as per Carly, Willow had returned to Drew. She's made several poor decisions recently, and now she'll have to face the repercussions, Michael stated. Christina got home and shouted for Alexis. There was no response. Kai and Trina hide in Drew's bedroom. Drew is shot. As car lights neared Drew's house, Trina shouted to Kai, alerting him that Drew had returned. Kai halted his attempts to pick the lock. They quickly retreated to hide in a bedroom. Unaware of the intruders, Drew entered the dim house and poured himself a strong drink. He approached the safe, unlocked it, and retrieved Willow's engagement ring. Setting down his glass, he stared at a photo of himself with Willow, then looked at the ring, recalling the moment he proposed. "Everything will be fine, Willow," he whispered, "you'll see." Just as he finished his drink, a gunshot rang out, hitting him in the back. He collapsed to the floor as Kai and Trina recoiled at the sound of the gunfire. A dark figure loomed over him and fired again. Drew's eyes shut as he was shot the second time. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.